In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you some easy and amazing home decor DIYs that you can do just using Dollar Tree napkins. I cannot wait to share, so let's jump in. I'm going to be starting off with these two wood planks here that you can get from Dollar Tree. I always love to pick these up because there's a lot of different DIYs you can do with their wood pieces. And then I have this beautiful Paris napkin here. I really love how this one looks. It looks really vintage. So I'm going to place a nice layer of Mod Podge onto the wooden plank and make sure you get it really nice and on there on the corners and everything like that. Once that Mod Podge is on there, we're going to take that napkin and we're going to just stretch it out over the wood plank. I do like to stretch it a little bit nice and tight so that that line in the center where the napkin was folded could, it can't be seen. So I'm just going to stretch it and press it down onto my wood plank nice and firmly and just keep rubbing over it until, there's like no bubbles or anything like that. But you guys know whenever I do make farmhouse DIYs, I don't care if it's not perfect because farmhouse is not perfect. So I don't mind if it has a bit of bubbles and it's a bit wrinkled because I think it just gives it more character and makes it look more into the theme. So I'm going to do the same exact thing to the other wood plank, the same thing I did, put a layer of Mod Podge and then just press that napkin right on top. And as you saw there, I did sand down around the edges to take off all of that excess once that napkin is placed down. And I do like to sand it really well so that the napkin is nice and flushed to the edges of the wood plank, and it looks really nice. Then we're going to go in with the layer of Mod Podge on both of these pieces to protect that napkin really well. And whenever you do this, you want to work quickly because if you keep stroking the brush back and forth onto the napkin, it could make the napkin rip. So you want to just work fairly quickly. And then I'm going to let those dry. Once those are dry, my friends, what I want to do is I want to take my ruler and just something to mark some holes that I want to drill out. I want 3 holes on each one, so we're going to have a total of 6 holes, but you can definitely put however many that you would like for this piece. It could be 1, 2, 3, even 4. I decided to go with 3, so I am just marking where I need them to be, and then I am just going to pre-drill some holes out. So then once we have our holes there, I'm going to go in with these dowels that you can get from Dollar Tree. And I just want to add them, push them inside of the holes and attaching the 2 side wood planks together, just as you see here. And I didn't add any glue to put them in because they are pretty tight. And then this, what I'm gonna do here with the juice string is gonna make it even tighter. So you don't need to add glue because once you push in the dowel, it's gonna push out that glue anyway. So just find, something else to hold them nice and tight. And what I'm gonna do is just take some juice string, add a little bit of hot glue, and then wrap it around and continue wrapping it around until it covers that end of the dowels. And then I'm gonna do that to all of the ends of the dowels. So for all 6 ends of those dowels, I am going to cover them in the juice string the same exact way that you see me doing here. And it is super easy, you guys. And then I really like it too because it's going to look nice and finished and you won't see those naked dowels just, sticking out of the sides. Then I also wanted to even cover up the edges of the wood plank just so it won't look so naked and bare, and I wanted it to look even more finished and professional looking. So I took this ribbon and I thought that it went well with the colors on the napkin, and I just placed some hot glue along the rim and I pressed that down really nice and tightly. Then I just took my scissors and I trimmed off any excess that was hanging from the sides because that little trim of the wood plank is a bit smaller than the actual ribbon. So I'm just cutting off that excess, and then I'm just going to do the same thing for all of the sides. And now you have a beautiful little towel holder that you can place in your bathroom. And the great thing is you can hang it. I did add a jute string hanger to the back, or this can stand up by itself. I really love how it turned out. I love how vintage and rustic it looks. You would have to let me know what you think. Next up, my friends, I have here this beautiful blue floral pattern napkin. I'm just going to cut it into a strip because I want to add it into the inner rim of this little wooden drawer here that you see off to the side. This little wooden drawer is from Dollar Tree. I really love how these look, and I just wanted to add the napkin around the inside trim. So I'm just gonna go ahead and place a layer of Mod Podge and then just go side by side, one piece at a time, placing that napkin down. um Obviously, because there's four sharp corners, so you want to make sure that it goes on nice and tightly, and in the corners it looks really good. So I'm just going to go side by side and work my way all the way around. I did just cut off that little blue strip at the end because I didn't want that. I wanted to look nice and the same pattern all the way around without it stopping. So I just trimmed that off, and then I started to glue this piece of napkin all the way around the drawer. And it's really nice and simple, you guys. And then you just want to make sure you rub it nice after it's laid down, so that way you don't get a lot of bubbles or anything like that. And make sure that every single corner is laid down. And then once we get that all the way around, we are going to add a layer of Mod Podge on top. Same step as always once we put the napkin down, so that way it can protect the napkin. And there actually wasn't enough of the napkin to go all the way around the piece, so I just trimmed another piece down, and I made sure it was the exact same size that I needed, so that way I don't need to cut any once it's down in there. And then I just added that down with some Mod Podge as well, and then it was done. Now I'm just going to take my sand block and sand off all of the excess that is hanging off. And once again, it's going to fall off nice and easy for you. Then I'm going to go in with this blue and white nautical rope from Dollar Tree, and I want to add it to the inner rim of this piece. I thought it would look really beautiful with that napkin. They are the same color, so I thought it would be really beautiful. I'm just going to add that all the way around and then cut off any excess that I don't need. And I really love how it's coming out so far, this little farmhouse sign. It's really simple to make, but that napkin does really give it a nice look. And there's so many things that you can do with napkins, you guys. And if you would like me to make another video making some home decor using napkins, let me know in the comments and I will do so. It is really fun, and like I said, easy to make. Things just make it look elevated and high-end just using dollar napkins, so you cannot beat that. Now once I have this rope on the side, I wanted to go in with some Mod Podge because I wanted to place a little paper down, but look how disgusting this jar was. It is so satisfying to just clean it, and it just peels right off. Look at that. Now my jar is nice and fresh. That was so satisfying to clean. But I wanted to take this Mod Podge to add a small layer down to place down this beautiful bluebird. This came from a pack of vintage papers that you can find at Hobby Lobby. You guys, I apologize if you hear any dogs in the background. They are being annoying today, and they are my neighbor's dogs. So, yeah, it's sometimes annoying, but I hope you don't mind. So once I get that bluebird placed down in the center, I am going to add a layer of Mod Podge on top to protect it really nicely. And then I just want to go in with some juice string for the outer rim of the frame because I just want it to look nice and finished. I thought it was a little bit naked looking, so I took that brown juice string and I just hot glued it around the whole entire frame. Once I get that, I don't add anything more, but you definitely could. I'm not a big fan of bows or anything on a lot of my projects, so I like to keep it simple. Once I add the juice string, that was the final touch, and I think it turned out absolutely beautiful, you guys. I love the blue colors and along with the white and the neutral browns. I really do think it looks beautiful. You would have to let me know what you think. And you guys, if you are enjoying this video so far and today's DIYs, go right now and give this video a big thumbs up for me. I would really appreciate it because it would let me reach new viewers. And it just lets me know that you appreciate my video just as much as I love to create them for you. So next up, you guys, I have this little oval wooden sign from Dollar Tree, and then I'm gonna go in with this beautiful green patterned napkin from Dollar Tree as well. And I was just showing you there are some options that Dollar Tree has. They always have some beautiful napkins And those are just some that I had on hand. So I'm going to go in with the green one for this DIY. I'm going to open it up, and then I'm just going to remove the second application because I just want the first one so it can stick to the sign really nicely for us. So we're just going to remove that, and then we're going to place a layer of Mod Podge. You know, the same steps to lay down this napkin, that layer of Mod Podge, and press it down really nicely, just stretching it so we can try to take out all of the bubbles. And I also like to stretch it because I don't like it for that line to be there whenever we place the napkin down from when it was folded. So I do stretch it out so that that line can go away, and then I just smooth it out with my hands the best that I can. Remember, we don't want this to be perfect. It is okay if it's not perfect. And then once our napkin is down, we are going to sand around the edges to get all of that excess off. I love how us crafters and people who usually go to Dollar Tree know when or where the good Dollar Trees are. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about, because some Dollar Trees do not have, the same stuff or good stuff at all. And, some people are, would be like, they all carry the same stuff, but they actually don't. And some Dollar Trees around where I live, or most of the Dollar Trees where I live, they really don't carry a lot of good stuff. So I go literally about 40 minutes away from here, where I live, because they always have some good stuff out and new stuff. So I just find that funny, and that was off topic, but anyway. Anyway, now I'm just adding a layer of Mod Podge on top. Once again, the same step for this napkin process here. And then I'm going to go in with this pack of stickers here. These are a little bit 3D looking. They do have a puffed part to them on the top. These are from Dollar Tree, of course, and I'm gonna just play with it here. I'm just seeing if I want the sign, which way I want the sign to go, but I decided to keep it like this. And I'm gonna place it there in the center using some hot glue to make sure that it doesn't fall off. And then you guys, you can see those little wood circles going around the sign. I was going to place those down, but then I decided not to because I didn't really like how it looked. So instead, I just went in with this green ribbon and I placed a strip down right below that truck. And I just placed it down using some hot glue. And then I took some juice string and I placed that down right on top of the green ribbon because I wanted it to, be a little bit more decorative. And that juice string I thought would be pretty sitting on top of the green one. So I just added that there. And when I added that juice string down, I only placed hot glue on the both sides at the ends because I don't want to add a whole strip and then have it come seeping out of the juice string, because the juice string is really thin. So all you need is for it to be at the both ends so it can hold it down nice and tight. And then once that was there, I did decide that this one would look really cute with a bow. So I made a bow using that same juice string and placed it right down to the center right below the truck. And that was the final step for this DIY. I did, of course, place a hanger in the back using some of that juice string as well. And then that was it, you guys. And I think this turned out so simple and beautiful. I really love it. The napkin just speaks for itself for this piece, and I just love the colors and how it looks. And this is really perfect for spring, summer, even fall. But yeah, I love it, and you would have to let me know what you think. Thank you so much, you guys, for spending some time with me today. I really do hope that you liked today's DIYs. If you did, give this video a big thumbs up and do consider hitting that subscribe button so we can expand our YouTube family. I will see you all on the next one, you guys. Take care. God bless. Bye.